and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to Hard Drive for today, Tuesday, the 5th of August. And let's say good morning to the co-host of the show, to my immediate right, none other than the lovely Keena. Keena, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How are you doing?
I'm well. And you well as well?
I'm doing great. I'm doing super.
All right,
Good morning to our listeners and viewers as well.
Good to hear.
Kisses. Mwah.
And let's say good morning to co-host number 2, Tony Paul. Tony, how are you doing?
That would be me. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're all doing well.
All right. Nice to know. It's Tuesday, so I'm doing a lot better.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yes, sir.
You're getting there. So, wait, Tony, I probably missed something. So, you have resumed?
Not now.
I wasn't aware.
I realized that.
I thought the man's still on his sabbatical.
Apparently, you've been missing out on what he's saying.
I thought the man was still on his sabbatical there. So, no wonder he's not getting compliments these days.
I think he did get a compliment yesterday. Yeah, he did. He did.
And the way he looked?
Yeah.
You showed us that?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. All right.
I just blew over it, and I'm like, hey, okay, leave that alone.
He didn't really say anything. He just kind of continued on. Yeah.
Okay.
Andre, I forgot to mention yesterday, man, was Teacher Jean's birthday.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just forgot to mention that. So
happy birthday, Teacher Jean. Yeah, belated birthday greetings to you. Is it Barack Obama's birthday today? You want to check? And you type pretty quickly. Yeah. So let's see. I wonder. I think it's Barack
today. You say?
I think so. I think it's his birthday today. I think so. Not too sure. Yeah. Keena will tell us. You know how Keena fast already.
Yeah, quick.
Yes.
In no time.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Apparently.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
So we're the August bonds in good company.
That's the thing. Yeah.
We're in good company. But do you think that really matters at the end of the day?
I honestly don't.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are lots of people who probably. Well, sorry, let me not say that. I was going to say something. I shouldn't say that.
I'll put it this way. There are a lot of people who are born in the same month under the same sign, as they say, and they're very different.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't really believe in it. No.
What about the horoscope thing? You believe in that?
No.
That this dictates your day and
not at all.
Not my
your
day.
personality.
Not what's going to happen in my life. Not my personality. Although sometimes, in the past, I did read it and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then when I looked deeper, I was like, nah.
Like for example, a Libra
Right.
and a Virgo, they make
Or
a
what
good
they
couple.
say, alteration.
You don't think
the
so?
bull
Not at
and they
all.
fight. Yeah.
Not at all.
Not really.
Wow, wow. So the people who go through all that trouble to make these predictions and talk about the personality and so on, me say, boy, them how many people getting paid for that?
Yeah, they are.
Because these
They're
people go
supposed
in depth with those things.
And they do. And they do.
You remember,
And
Tony,
they
long
really
ago,
do.
when the days of Imelda Charles on RCI,
Yes.
she had the daily horoscope.
Yes.
And that was like a big
Some
thing.
people really believe in that.
Yeah,
They
that
look
was a big
forward
thing.
to
They
it.
look
People
forward
look
to
forward to
it. They
listening
go
to it.
online.
That's right. Yeah, man.
What is my day going to be like today? What's my horoscope? What does it say about me? And they read.
But
Like, I'm going to have a good day.
Don't you think that's sort of the trending that kind of died off already?
No. It's still a
It's
thing.
still around?
Yeah. No.
Because
Some people
because
still do.
thought
you've
it
been
was.
reflected most likely in the programming of radio stations.
But
And
you
to
can-
me,
now with social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, depending on what someone chooses to follow, they get daily updates on that, especially TikTok. So yeah,
so the updates, are they just like the way we used to have them before? What your day is going
pretty
to be
much.
like? It's a
If
good
people are
day
into it,
to
yeah.
meet friends and there's new friends and this sort of thing.
It's still online. It's online somewhere. Somebody's gonna get it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anything you want to mention before we move on?
I had a shocker yesterday, boy.
Oh, you did.
Let me tell you. I told Tony earlier. I went to the supermarket. That supermarket will remain nameless. But anyways, you go buy your food to eat and everything. There's something that I usually purchase
we already
there.
know the supermarket
You
you're
know,
talking
Patrick,
about.
sir, when the supermarket like I remain nameless. So, when being family, and I tell you, the quicker for me is chow mein, right? So I went, and I'm looking for the thing. I'm seeing $4 extra. I'm like, wait a minute.
When did that happen?
$4
When did that
extra?
happen?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
$4
It
extra.
used to be $5.
So it's about
Tony
10.
got me into that thing, because he loves it so much. Yeah, he
What's
said
that?
it's
Chow mein?
chow mein. It's like
Ah,
vegetable chow mein.
Oh,
Right. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. Let me tell you. If you get it and you go home and you add something else to it, chicken, fish, you're good.
It's true.
So for me, it's like when I got it, and I don't eat that much. So if I did purchase it, I would have like 4 servings from that. Right? $5, 4 servings, for somebody else, you could share it or so. And I'm seeing $9. I left it there, boy. I kick out. I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I get home and prepare something to eat. That hunger is gonna continue for now. I'm like, when did it happen?
You're not hungry.
No,
you're not hungry.
not when it comes to my money. I don't play like that. No, it will stay right there. No.
Okay,
I'm not going to spend $9
Let me tell
on
you.
vegetable chow mein.
Let me tell you something.
We're having it.
There's
The
a
whole pack of chow mein don't cost so much.
So there was a guy who I knew a long time ago, a partner of mine, okay, and he had a medical condition, and the doctor said to him to have a coconut every day, right, to help with your condition, right? So he said he went to buy the coconut. When he got there, coconut was 75 cents. He must say, what? 75 cents for coconut?
No, well, I don't have
He
a
didn't buy
medical
it.
condition
He
in
didn't buy
that
it.
case. So nah.
No, but it's worse. You're hungry.
No, but I could have. I prepared something when I got home. I got something to eat when I got home. No, $9 more. No.
Yes, yeah.
That burned me.
What's the man that one?
The $9?
No. You hungry?
Oh, and you were like,
She will tell it to
No.
you. She will tell it to you in Creole, Moi bien
but
faire là.
No,
And you go inside there.
No, let
And
me
you leave
tell
it. You leave it.
Yeah.
You know how many times I do that?
Yeah.
I've gone somewhere, I really want the thing. If they put, if it's a few cents, I can understand. I mean, come on. Like $4, man?
I have to laugh.
That can't go so. Napa.
I don't mind. She said, I just like nibbling on something.
Yeah,
But
but
said she
you're
was hungry.
No,
And she left the thing.
My
for-
wallet go
for-
feel it, my bank account
for
go feel
$4.
it. So I'll wait. I will wait till I get home. Nah.
Yeah, on
And if
principle,
I
I
took
suppose.
it,
Yeah.
I would be, as the old people say, okay, pay
So-
power his own.
So-
Right.
What did you do now?
Nah,
So what you do about the hunger now? What
When
did
I
you
got
do?
home, I took my time. I got something and I ate. Nah, bro.
So how many hours did you have to wait before you?
No, not hours. I always have things at home.
Oh.
I could just take it and put it in the, in the microwave or something. We cook something really quickly.
What?
Yeah, man. That burned me. It's still burning me.
And what I suspect, it is not the $9, Andre. If it were like $9 before, or maybe after a few months or something, she still may go and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you knew it at $5 the last time you bought it, and to see it's $9.
That's not like
days,
a year, 2 years. What
exactly.
inflation the thing have? So, like we have in St. Lucia so much for them $4 on the thing.
So that means you'll never buy it anymore.
Never
then?
me. Not again. Nuh-uh. It will stay there.
Yeah. She has, let me tell you, I realize she has some principles. Again, company shall remain unnamed. I don't know if she has resumed, but she used to buy stuff from a company, right? And Andre, we said to her, well, we talked to the company, and the company refused to advertise. She said, really? She just stopped buying from them. She has some
serious?
Nah.
Like I said, I don't know if she has resumed buying from these people. At the time, she's like, wait a second, you're not advertising with us? And Andre, I kind of feel that way about another company.
You know how much money I spend buying things from that company on a monthly basis? Sometimes more than $500. Ask Tony.
So exactly $4 will make a difference.
It makes a difference to my wallet. I could have used the $4 to get mangoes, make mango juice. Excuse you?
How many mangoes you get for $4?
No, when you get like at the supermarket, you get a few mangoes. You make juice, you get at home, you blend that up and you make some juice.
But how many mangoes will you get for $4?
Maybe 3, depending
you get
on
3 mangoes
at the
where?
supermarket. Yeah, man.
Probably 3 green old mangoes.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
I've gotten 3 or 4 mangoes for $4 at the supermarket.
Yeah.
No, but I could get something with the money. I ain't do that to myself. Just so?
Yes,
Nah, Bob.
Okay.
And not only that, what that burned me even more, right? Not that it was $9 and you tell me you give me a whole load of thing. Huh?
Right, a little more.
They cut down on the thing again,
It was a little less.
Maybe what you bought there was attracting VAT.
As you said that.
Good one.
As you said that. Wait a second. Is it supposed to be August 1st? Like,
exactly.
The stuff that's not attracting that?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I do think I think what works for them, maybe that's one way that they're doing it. If they realize that people are buying it and they love it, then after a few weeks,
Because when the Prime Minister was there, I actually asked the Prime Minister, how do you monitor, right? Because he's saying, okay, what they can do, they cannot control the price of stuff that's coming from outside. However, they do have control in terms of the VAT and environmental levy and whatever the case may be. So I said to him, so how do you monitor, right, the supermarkets, all those places that sell those items now that will not attract the VAT? He said, there's nothing much you can do about that.
Well, I'm not going there again.
Yeah, there's nothing much you can do about that. So I guess you just sort of have to hope that those places will do the right thing.
You stop
I think
buying
what
it,
we should do,
and they just take down on the prices, or they just stop cooking it or stop making what it is that they make.
Yeah, because how do you know? How do you know
what
when
we
you
should do as consumers? Try to compare prices. Right? And maybe someone could do that independently, put out a magazine and something and compare the prices from different supermarkets so we're able to, know, hey, that supermarket is cheaper than that one and that brand is better than that brand, and allow us to make the choice. Well, we're already making the choices, but make more informed choices when going to purchase stuff. If your prices are $4 or $5 higher than another supermarket for the same thing, I'm going to go there. Sometimes it's what's convenient to us. But for me, I ain't buying none again.
Now, I know, especially females, they look at prices. They really do. They take their time to shop and compare and this and that. Here. Me as a man, Tony, honestly, I don't have time for that. I want the thing, I see it, I just take it. That's it. Now, if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. But let me just give you a couple of examples, right? 2 of my favorite ice creams, apart from the Haagen-Dazs, you have Ben and Jerry's, right? Now, a small tub of Ben and Jerry these days, that's very expensive. It's
what's Ben and Jerry's about?
It's an ice cream.
an ice cream.
Yeah, it's a brand. It's a brand.
And I know that.
You serious?
Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, Ben and
Yes.
Jerry's. To taste Tony is out of this world,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
I mean, I talk about Haagen-Dazs all the
Right.
time. That's another one again.
Another one.
I don't know where these fellas get these ideas from to put that together.
And we have that here in St. Lucia.
We have it, and it's expensive. Okay,
Okay.
it's over $36 for a
little thing.
a
A
little tub
little
of
tub
that.
of
It's
it,
very
yeah.
expensive. The Briars is that used to be about 19 something. This is now over $40 for that now. You know. Now, the thing is, right?
I'll stick with Ferens, thank you.
I know. But the thing is, here's the thing. When I go to the supermarket, right, and I'm looking out for the Ben and Jerry and the Briars. Most of us, as you said, they will stick to the Ferens. You know those brands are always out of stock.
Which one?
The
brand?
Ben and Jerry, the
And
Briars, the Haagen-Dazs, these
Yeah.
things finish. That means somebody is purchasing those things.
Yeah, they're buying
No,
it.
people have their brands
So-
that they love.
So
and
the
they will
question is,
continue to buy it.
will you? And I go back to your thing, Keena. If you really like something, it tastes good, all right? Will you deny yourself, right, the little one, maybe once a month thing, right? Like in my case, that's how I operate. I'll buy the little Ben and Jerry once a month just to. I say, man, I'm a hardworking person, so that I can enjoy a little something once in a while. You enjoy that particular. What's it called again? What you said? The chow mein.
Not anymore.
you enjoy that. You know, if you don't buy it, somebody's going to buy that thing.
Well,
It's
yeah,
true.
let them. That's okay. It's true, and somebody will buy
For
it.
the
They
sake of-
might not have, an issue with buying it because of the price. It's not so much so of the price. It's just that, hey, a few weeks ago it was that. We're looking at last month here, right? It was $5. We in August 5th,
Yeah.
4th now,
Fifth.
and it's like $9 now. Like, come on.
Well, as I said, somebody will buy
My
it.
gang.
Somebody will buy it.
Somebody will-
right?
and that's
so,
the thing.
So you're
Somebody
going
will
to
always buy
you're
it.
going to deny yourself the little joy of enjoying a little something once in a while, right? I don't look at it like that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
There are times-
I feel I work
if you
hard,
have
man.
to compare the
Right?
Ben and Jerry's with the chow mein, I'm one. I don't really like chow mein. Tony got me into, into it.
Blame Tony.
No, Tony got me into it, and I will say it's really delicious. I mean, let me tell you, sometimes I don't even have anything else with it, but for me, it's just principle. Nah, that's all it is.
principle.
Okay, I hear you. By the way,
That's all it
by
is.
the way,
Yes.
Ben and Jerry's, they have a social conscience. You know, because of the war in Gaza, they're not selling their ice cream in Israel. Yeah, they're not selling it there because of what's going on. It took a principled stand. I find that so cool.
Yes.
I was
yes.
watching an interview on YouTube with the founder. There were two of them. Yeah.
Ben and Jerry?
Yeah. Yeah, and he was talking about what's going on there and so on. Yeah, they're not selling their products there because they don't like what's going on.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's good.
Alrighty.
Speaking of which, and let me just one last thing. Every time Andre talks about the good food that you're supposed to eat, I go like, oh. I love chow mein.
As I said, it's as a human being, I wouldn't deny myself of those little goodies once in a while, even if sometimes I know the thing is not the best thing, right? But life is short. Life is short.
If I have
Let me
to
tell
make
you,
that decision for everything,
there's a
then-
saying, there's a story about the Titanic where they said people the day the Titanic sank, there are people who refused dessert that day. Sorry, I'll pass. I'll pass.
It's how you framing that right now.
I'll pass. Right, and they have no idea that was their last day here on this
Maybe
planet.
they had something else.
Well, they didn't have dessert for sure. So in my world, somebody will buy it, right?
Yeah, and
Oh, why
that's
not-
the
why
thing
not
too.
me?
Someone will
Why not me?
always buy it.
I'm not saying you buy it every day. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too. We complain about the rising cost of goods or services on island, and there's always someone that will get it, whether it's because they're financially able to, whether it's because I do not have a choice, so I gonna get it anyway because I need it. But sometimes we need to take a firm stand against certain things. And I get what you're saying, and I support that, because there's certain things that I do get because I do have a choice. I really don't have a choice because you need it. But in certain things, like, I didn't need that. I could cook it home.
Now there's some people who wouldn't buy something, but if you buy it for them, they like that. There's some
Tony,
people
where
like
were
that.
you?
to buy fur.
I'm just playing.
So I'll tell you what. I'll buy you the chow mein today.
I don't want it. Don't use your no.
Yeah, right.
I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, right.
Do not. If I'm telling anybody right now, do not get me chow mein for $9. No, leave it right there. If I'm not gonna do it, do not buy it for me.
You believe her?
Yeah. The principle,
If I'm not gonna buy
principle
it,
like that, man.
because of for that reason alone, don't buy it for me. I will not accept it. Get me something else.
So what about the fact? Okay, here's looking at it another way. Somebody is trying to make a living. You didn't say where you bought it, so let me just assume, right, that it could be somebody's trying to make a living, and this is what they're charging for the thing. You wouldn't support them?
In that case, if it was a St. Lucian, they have to pay their rent, they have to do a whole bunch of stuff, and they have no reason for that company to put $4 on that.
You that
because at the end of the day, if it was filtering, and I hope, let me take that back, the $4, I hope it filters down to their staff. If they can prove that, then I'll buy it.
Well, staff get paid, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Salary.
If they have a raise in salary for the raising that, I'll buy it. If they can prove, okay, for raising chow mein $4, it goes back to our staff because they got a raise, I'll go back and purchase it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Do you remember Arrow long time ago? Man must live.
Man must live. And bills every day.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's get into other matters.
Yeah.
So far we've been having kind of like more rain, and this is the hurricane season.
Oh yeah.
Although August, September, these are the months where things can get really, really, really hot. And I don't mean hot literally in terms of number of storms and so on. But there's a system that is currently moving westward near 15 miles per hour, right? It's a tropical wave. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for gradual development during the next few days. And a tropical depression could form late this week or on the weekend. All right, just thought I should mention that we may have some iffy weather. So if the weather changes its mind, then I guess, thank God, we don't have to go for that. But usually tropical depressions come with things like thunderstorms and rain and so on. Yeah, and I think that's like the first phase of a hurricane. You have the tropical depression, tropical storm, and then you move on to the higher levels.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's also the tropical wave one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Okay. Let me ask you, because yesterday we spoke, extensively about the Shakadan Daniel case and the Kimberly De Leon. We spoke extensively about that yesterday. Now, the Prime Minister, during the press briefing yesterday, he said that he's appealing to the police to, use all available resources to get to the bottom of these cases. If key pieces of evidence missing, do you think that is something that the police can still scratch to see if they can get something to resolve those cases, or that's just maybe the Prime Minister grabbing at straws?
For me, he has to say something, and he said what he thinks that would probably help the situation and help people understand that he is out there and he is letting people know, listen, we're going to do the best that we can to see if we can solve that problem or problems of the missing links. I'll put it this way, the missing links. All right? Missing pieces of evidence. That's so important. There's a word that they use, so detrimental. Yes, to the case. All right? So, yes. That is, he had to say something.
Yeah, he told the police to use the powers available to them to ensure the matters are resolved at the soonest. But you heard the police commissioner. He just sounds as though
it's somewhat
dead end.
Like a dead end and a cold.
It feels that way.
Case.
That's right.
And that's like a huge slap in the face to Kimberly De Leon's mom and Shakadan's family. I can't begin to imagine what they're going through, but let's hope that somewhere something will come up and they would. Well, he did say that, okay, they had some leads into something. Yeah, you would need that exhibit. You would need that evidence to tie that person to that. And if you don't have it, then, But I'm hoping for the best in this case. I'm hoping that something changes and the individuals responsible for taking the evidence, I don't know, maybe they would they'll be found, at least. even though they don't get the evidence or something, somebody who knows something or something, not that they don't get the evidence, but something will happen along the lines. You know what I thought? I was having this conversation with a friend of mine just yesterday. And we were saying, we don't believe in evil or so on. But some people go to the extreme. In cases like that, someone else who thinks, you know what? No justice for my daughter. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go pray.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask God for you to come out and say where it is or who did it. Or some other person would take the other route and go to a gare.
Yeah.
But still, wrong is wrong. What happened there with that? Two huge cases. That's a slap in the face.
And
That's a huge
especially,
slap in the
Tony,
face.
We know of the Shakadan situation. We know of that one, what went missing.
The
the
news.
noose.
Exactly.
In the case of that one, we don't
He
quite
didn't
know.
say.
That's what I'm talking about. You have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
All right? And we may never find out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The noose, you could probably say, well, somebody took it and maybe burned it. That's
Yeah.
it. Just burn it, and we have no idea who took it, and that is, you see, for that one, that is the evidence, If you can find the noose, all right, and say, well, okay, whatever you look for, fingerprints, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, so then you can find something, but then you can't find nothing if it's taken away and burned.
And you know what gets me too, just thinking about it? If evidence can go missing in a locked, sealed evidence, that is, right, can go missing. We're hearing about that case, the two cases. What about the other cases we don't hear about?
Exactly. And again, the police, most of the police commissioner, and again, the reporters were inside there. I don't know whether they asked those questions because there's some obvious questions. Who has access to the evidence? Who has access?
Yeah.
As a reporter, you need to ask those questions.
Are there documentation
Yes,
that happened?
who-
Isn't there?
Yeah, there must be somebody who has the key. I mean, we watch enough movies to know how these things work already. Must be a key leading to where the evidence is. You must know who was there, who signed.
Did
You
the
have to
person sign
sign.
at all?
Well, exactly.
I don't think they did.
You must have signed to have access to go look for evidence or whatever it is, right? I mean, to say we're so lapo, the system so lax that people can go and do these things and nothing for that. Boy.
Yeah.
This is
a lot of unanswered questions.
A lot of
Yeah,
unanswered
but this is the most that I'm going to say where to start with the person who is responsible. Like you say, Andre, about a key. Start there. That's the person who has the key to the evidence, this piece of evidence.
That's Tony, but exactly.
Yeah.
And when the police now sound like it's over, that's the way it sounded to me. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It sounded to me like it's over. There's nothing much can be done about it anymore. That's how it sounded to me.
That's
right?
how it sounded to me as well.
So the police are supposed to say, well, we are still investigating how this thing happened and this sort of, but I didn't hear that.
No, but you see that what really gets me is there's always a signature that has to be on this after it's going to be given back or after the case ends. So in normal situations, a case is brought before the court, maybe a stolen chain, a stolen item or anything. After that's done, the case is over, judgment is done, then, that evidence is then given back to that individual. Obviously, the police has to go follow normal protocol, and that's signed over and given back to the person. How did that just get out of there?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. So the commissioner should have said, right, that we are now following up, just like in the case of Tyson.
Yeah.
And by the way, somebody sent me something this morning about Tyson. Let me see if I get it there. Yeah, the poisoning of K9 Tyson. The report on the poisoning of 642 Tyson is in, but they don't have it as yet. We have received a leaked copy, so somebody's sharing this.
No, but still,
Somebody's
you see
sharing
again,
this.
Even that now, leaked copies going out there and all that kind
Well,
of stuff.
allegedly, yeah? Let's say allegedly. Yeah.
Even allegedly.
You and Russell look.
Yeah, licked copy. Yeah. You don't hear that. And the problem with that is that they have the police officers involved to some degree, and this is what makes it look worse.
Yeah.
Right? Because you hear about just like the other case there, where the accusations were made against a senior police officer, and basically what they're saying that there's nothing that they cannot take any action against the officer. Ah, boy.
Not enough evidence.
Yeah,
maybe?
we got some
Again?
stuff that's coming in on Facebook. Of course, we'll read it a little later on.
Mhm.
And what we're discussing here. Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe the Prime Minister knows something that we don't know in terms of what can be done to salvage whatever is left there in terms of these cases. Or as we said, Tony, I guess maybe he just had to say, something, right? But you know how we roll in St. Lucia already. We're just hoping that these things will just go away like many other things, and we just move on.
And I
we
hope
just
it
move
never
on.
goes away.
Yeah, we just, boy, you'd be surprised the
I
way.
hope, nah, man.
All right, so we're there monitoring, we're there listening, and hoping that we get information.
Yeah.
That the police, whatever happens in the long run, that they can still communicate with the public. But I don't think so. I don't think this is going to come up anymore. To be honest with you, I hope I'm wrong.
Still does.
I hope I'm wrong. Right? I'm sure you guys agree with me. Let's hope we're wrong.
Let's
Yeah.
hope
Oh
we're
yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
not
have to
the end.
agree, yeah.
Now let's get into the little of the politics now. I was listening to the endorsed candidate, the United Workers' Party endorsed candidate for Castries South, Tommy Descott. And he was speaking at, a forum where they had the supporters and so on. And to my surprise, I heard him use the word communism. I hadn't heard that word in a long time in the St. Lucian politics and so on. I used to hear a lot about that back in the day when Brother George had a cozy relationship with Cuba.
That's true.
And again, we didn't understand what Brother George saw at the time there. This man had vision and so on. He didn't see. And we can even go back, Tony, to the leftist party in Grenada, Maurice Bishop. We didn't see what those people saw because we were being told something else, right? Communism is evil, and this, it's the worst thing ever. And in America, man, I mean, if you talk about communism in America, my gosh, man, you could be lynched for that. Right, but as I said, we didn't know better. Don't we agree, Tony? We didn't know better. Now we got to understand what communism is all about.
Absolutely.
Right? It's nothing. I mean, in all systems you have evil, because even in democracies you have evil, right?
Yes.
So there must be some evil in everything. But nonetheless, the way communism and communists were being portrayed as the worst thing ever, it was something to be ashamed of and so on. My God, if you're linked to Cuba in any kind of way back in the day, right? So now I'm hearing. I was surprised. I said, but where is that coming from?
Right.
That in the Labour Party, they have a communist ideology. That's what Mr. Descott was saying. And now communism, right, as opposed to democracy, who's to say that democracy is a better system? Who's to say that? Because if you look at democracy and the way democracy operates, okay, it's like man better man. It's not a fair system at all.
Not quite. I don't quite understand why you say it's not a fair system and it's man better man.
Yeah, in a democracy, basically it's competition.
That's right.
Yeah, competition. And if I'm better than you, okay, I come out better than you. And if you lapo, you stay behind.
But people decides that.
When you say people,
The
no,
people
the
make
system.
that decision.
The system decided.
Right.
Democracy says it's a free market. You do, if you do well, you do well.
Right.
Now
System,
communism now more like says, okay, you can't have more than somebody else. That kind of thing.
Also, that's one part of it. But also, what about isn't that part of it? I'm going to ask because maybe I'm not 100% sure. That is just a one-party system. That's it.
That as well.
No,
that as well. But Tony, check it out. What kind of system you think is happening in China? It's a one-party system.
Which is, for me, I ain't gonna.
But Tony, they are thriving.
And
They are thriving.
Well,
They're not surviving, They are thriving in that system that is there in China. The only reason Cuba is not thriving is because of the embargo against them. That's the only reason they're not thriving. It's because of that economic embargo imposed by the United States. And the U.S. has gone even further, where if you do business with them, they're sanctioning you.
So how is that? Is it just a party or just a government is put there with the communism situation, the communist situation? Parties put there and they're there for life?
Usually it comes after a revolution. Usually.
Which is like the army and so on. I realize that.
Usually it's after a revolution. And usually these things, sometimes they're bloody,
Exactly.
sometimes they're not.
Right.
It depends. In fact, there's a little controversy as to whether when Castro came into power, whether that was a revolution. Some people don't see it as a revolution. Yes, it's more like an uprising against the system that was there at the time. So you have what they call bloody coups, and you have coups that are not bloody. So So I'm just saying, if it is so bad, China wouldn't be doing so well, and China, they don't want to change that. Now, if you want to, like, you remember the Tiananmen Square?
North Korea as well?
Yes, exactly. That's another one. Okay, that is another one. Another system is one government and this kind of thing. Yeah. So you have like, for example, in Saudi Arabia, a lot of these countries there, these Arab nations, they have what they like monarchies, right? People who are kings and
they're thriving as well.
Kings, and they pass that down, and there's no elections per se, right? Or if you have elections, just one party you have to choose from.
That's right.
But the thing is, the question is it a bad thing in and of itself, the communism, the one party system? Because I'm saying they all flawed. Who's to say democracy is the best one? Who's to say that?
Both are flawed in its own way. But what Tommy Descartes said, and I would love to hate extensively what he did say, because I missed out.
Saying the ideals of the Labour Party, right? Okay, promote communism.
Say that again.
The ideals
of the Labour Party.
That's right. The aims and objectives and so on. The things that they aspire to be, the thing that they aspire for the country, for the people in general, right? They sort of promote communism. That's what he's saying, where the Labour Party is concerned. As I said, I haven't heard that word in St. Lucia for eons, so I was a little taken aback when I heard that. But my question is, who's to say democracy is a better system? Who's to say that? Because to me, that democracy has brought so much harm to people over the years. So much harm. So the whole system is set up. Look. I mean, my God, man, I don't have to go very, 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 very far. Okay? We know what's going on around us, the way these systems operate. Right? And then the poor always poor, and the rich, and this kind of thing. Right? You behind if you poor there, yeah. And you have the government now, poor job governments have to try their best to kind of elevate you a little bit, kind of thing. Make sure you keep you there to ensure you can get a vote. Right?
I'm
Communism doesn't leave you behind. Doesn't leave you.
While you're talking about this, I'm thinking this. I think it's a really good question that you raised, because it had me thinking as well. And I'm thinking, if you think with an open mind, and not what we have been taught is best, which is democracy.
Yes.
Okay? And you go like, just perhaps because you mentioned a few countries that are doing well.
China is thriving.
Yeah.
It should work.
And
well.
and then I say this, that, but wait a second, if I have, my aspirations are to perhaps be a leader of a country one day, and I'm not going to get that opportunity because I'm just not in the right place. You know what I mean? What happens with me?
Again, as I said, the systems are all flawed. Right? They're all flawed. But I'm saying, who's to say that the democratic system is better than the communist? Because this is what we've been told. If you're a communist, man, forget about it. You're evil and you're wicked and you know that kind of thing, because you don't have democratic elections and this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? But they're both flawed.
We said it already, they're both flawed, but the ideologies, if you look at that, the communist ideology should work in different aspects within our society. And I do believe it's happening in our society in some senses, but it's how that individual views it to be able to say, you know what, that's what I think it is. But overall, I think the communist thing would work best in our society, depending on who our leaders are and what they want to happen for the country. Because they're both flawed, like you said.
Yeah, they're all flawed.
And if it's working in some other parts of the world, then why isn't it working here?
The point I really want to make, that's why you have the situation in Cuba. If this is what the system is in Cuba, you leave the people alone. You don't make life difficult for them because you think that your idea of how the world should be, right, that you have to impose that on somebody else. And that's what they do in democracies. That's why they make life so difficult for the people of Cuba. They're making life difficult, man. That's and the democracies are doing that.
Yeah.
Making life difficult for you.
I'm wondering if, the people of Haiti are starting to think that way as well, It just crossed my mind as we were talking about it. Because remember, there's these guys who were soldiers, the barbecue guy and all of that, they were soldiers, right? And they just...
I think it was a police officer.
A police officer?
Yeah.
Okay. And just simply took over that kind of way. And still there's so much that is not happening in Cuba, You remember just recently we spoke about it. They sent people, is it Kenya that they came from?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And still nothing is being done.
Yeah.
You
Up to
know?
yesterday, I think there was some kidnapping that took place there. I think there's an orphanage. I think they have about 240 children there. And you know, the kidnappings is huge right now because the fellas kidnap you and then they ask for ransoms and so on to get you back. I think they took a nun. I think was it a nun as well, part of the kidnapping. And then, and let me tell you, the gangs there have a name. Viva Sam.
Let's live together.
Yeah, live together.
It's just a name.
Wow.
Yeah.
That they're not doing anything.
The U.S. prescribed them as a terrorist organization, by the way.
They are.
Yeah.
Based on everything that they've been doing.
Viva,
All right.
Viva Sam.
Yeah.
Now, interesting stuff there in Trinidad, folks. This is really, really interesting and scary as well. You know, home invasions that happens everywhere. St. Lucia is no different. If you're not careful at your home, if you're not extremely careful, any little mistake you make, there may be a home invasion, either while you're not there or you are there. The worst one is if you're there, because your life is in danger, your family's life is in danger. Imagine you wake up from a sleep, then you're hearing some noise, and you check yourself, you realize there's a stranger in the house, right? So, there's this thing called stand your ground legislation. You remember in Miami that was a big deal, stand your ground, where you have the right in a home invasion to defend yourself, right? And the defense now gives you a lot of latitude. Okay, so let me explain. So say for example somebody, that's what they're saying in Trinidad, they want to establish that in Trinidad. So somebody is in your house. What the defense minister is saying, shoot first, explain yourself later. Don't ask questions, explain yourself later. Okay? Shoot first, explain yourself later. Okay? So if you see somebody, in fact, he went further, he said, if the person turns around and they have a gun in their hand and they're running away, you have a right under this proposed legislation to shoot them and explain yourself later. If the person is dressed like a police officer and you're not sure, because you know sometimes the guys get police uniforms and come in your house and so on. He said, if you're not sure that this person is a bona fide police officer, shoot first, explain yourself later. Now I'm laughing, but that's not a laughing matter.
No,
I'm laughing at it. I say, what?
That's very tricky. I understand why they may say.
I think it's frightening.
Yeah. No, it's frightening and also tricky as well because, we all know what happens during a home invasion. We all know the crime situation, what's happening in Trinidad of late, especially with prisoners and those on the outside and everything that's been happening. But shooting first and
explaining
yourself later, let me tell you, boy, that's frightening.
That's
because,
you use the word. That is frightening.
Because what if, and some people might use it to their advantage. It's a police officer. You know fully well it's a police officer. You might just say, you know what, I didn't know.
That's a good point.
I was terrified.
That's a good point you're making.
It's a good point, but what you have breaking into, just entering the person's place of residence. What you have doing it.
No, but what if there are instances where, you know how young people could be or other individuals, I pass through that window because I just want to go do something and I come wearing, so my mommy and daddy wouldn't find me. They wouldn't know it's me. What happens in instances
That's
like that?
That's a good point. That's a good question you're asking. A young person.
Maybe sneaking out in the wee hours of the morning. They shouldn't be doing it, but in instances like that. And you figure, okay, I have an intruder. What happened? You're going to explain and then you realize, okay, that's my child.
A la Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yes.
It's like, I have an invader in the house. At least that was his story.
Yeah, his story. The jury didn't believe him, actually.
That's right.
No.
They thought
that's frightening.
I think it is. I think it's very frightening.
It could go south.
Very frightening. So let me ask you a question. Let's be honest. Say for example, Tony, we have stand your ground legislation in St. Lucia, and you see, and you have a licensed firearm, and there's an intruder in the house. Would you shoot?
No, I'd say something first.
Yeah.
I'd say something first.
But some people could get to the point where they're so terrified they won't even be able to speak.
That's true too.
They have a
You're
gun in their hand,
panicking.
and that's all. It's like,
you're
okay,
panicking.
that's all they remember. Shoot first,
Yeah.
explain later. How?
I'd say something first.
No, some people might not. They might not.
Even though it's,
They'll be too
hey,
terrified too.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
the person freak out. They're like,
The
hey,
person
hey,
freak-
that's an intruder.
What do you think Papa would say? What do you think he'd say?
Who the hell,
Who the hell is you? Who the hell is you? one
No, but
time,
also saying, hey, it lets the person know where you are in the house.
That's true.
So the person wouldn't necessarily know where you are because all the lights might be turned off.
Yeah.
So if you say, hey, okay, that sound comes from there. So I know what to do, you know.
but there's danger in the
Next.
hay, Anthony. Because
Yeah.
remember, these fellas there, they're nervous.
There is
They're
danger.
nervous.
Yeah, there is
And when
danger
you
in
say
the
the hay, this probably see.
So what
see,
if that person is not nervous? You just never know who that person is and what they're capable of and what their mindset is.
Exactly.
You just never know. You can't. You can't.
I really wonder if they're going to pass that legislation. If that's just talk. Maybe they might get a lot of opposition to that. You know, civil society and so on. That just sounds like a crazy, crazy thing to me. That just sounds that way. I remember there's a big story in Miami many years ago there where some guy was taken to court over this thing. Yeah, there was some home invasion and he said just fire. He said he might end up in court and had to, prove his case. And of course, I think he was acquitted if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's the big thing there in the US.
I guess maybe
Stand
they
your
pass
ground.
the legislation to curb the crime situation there. That could be a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh boy, it's still frightening.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you something, because we often talk about deterrence, right? Deterrence. It's a powerful thing to keep the crime rate down because if people know that they most likely will be caught, or in extreme case, where you have capital punishment, does that really, 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 really work? Let me give you an example. In Saudi Arabia, right? They have the distinction, I want to call it a distinction, of having, I think last year they had 338 instances of capital punishment. 338. That's a lot in 1 year. So far this year, they have 230 people that they've executed.
What?
230 so far for this year. Okay? And it's all related to this drug problem. So if you see you're caught with drugs in Saudi Arabia, they don't play. They don't play with you. I mean, this is serious. Once you see it's drugs, you could be executed. Now, deterrent. You'd figure after that kind of legislation there where you have capital punishment, you could be executed for bringing in drugs into the people's country or even dealing with it in the country, right? I think I read one guy was actually executed for murdering his mother.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay? So it's supposed to act as a deterrent. But imagine, so you have to ask yourself the question, imagine you didn't have the capital punishment there. You've not been executed. You so many been executed and the guy still is still taking their risks in this drug thing.
People will always take risks.
So the question is that a deterrent? Is the capital punishment, what do you think? Is it acting as a deterrent or maybe it just doesn't matter anymore?
Gosh, I'd like to think it acts as a deterrent.
So in other words, it would have been a lot more if they didn't have the executions.
Right.
Yeah,
Knowing,
it could be a lot more.
now that's the thing, we always talk about the laws for us here in St. Lucia. And we say put stiffer penalties on on illegal guns and et cetera, et cetera. And we're not doing it, but these would probably be a heck of a deterrent for all the crimes and the illegal guns and all of that. Probably, and what we already have, and I think just yesterday, to me it's yesterday on your program, it probably mentioned it, that they have brought in some real draconian laws lately.
Yes.
Exactly.
For illegal firearms and so on.
Exactly.
And it's still, you
still
have
doesn't serve as a
illegal
deterrent.
firearms all over the place, so many coming in, and what we discover we didn't do is, I don't know, boy. I don't know what.
Like
Seems
you
as though
said,
we had a loss as to what to do to solve these problems,
they
boy.
still take the chances.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people will always take a chance, but
Yeah.
it helps serve as a deterrent. Maybe we should start executing them. Just like Saudi Arabia.
So you think that capital punishment does act as a deterrent? You think so?
It does. In some instances, it does. Because if not, then the numbers would be higher. Yeah, but
How do we know? How do we know?
when you compare if people think, okay, there's no capital punishment for that particular crime, then I mean, you could do it. But other people, some people will do what they want to do anyway. If they, depending on the situation, depending on the need they have at the time, and they figure, okay, for instance, people, selling drugs. Let's take in a young man, for instance. Okay, I just lost my job. I'm looking to get another job. It's very, very difficult for me. Somebody comes and says, you know what, just drop this down there. You're going to get $1,000. And you figure, okay, that's just it. You take the risk. You take the risk because I have food to put on the table. And that's how easy that individual got into that life. Because I have mouths to feed and I was struggling to get a job. You have people going into prostitution. That's something else. That's also a crime too. But I mean, really look at it as well. It's a need for some, and in some instances, just people just want to just be who they are. I think I just want to do that. I don't want to work, and that's easy money for me, fast money. So I'm going to do it. But we also have to look at the other side of things, where individuals that may not want to do that whatsoever, but they're pushed in, they're backed into a corner, and they have no choice because they have children to feed.
You know what comes to mind while we're talking about all of this is that the leaders or the big guys, the drug guys and so on, if when they get these young people that Keena mentioned, if it's in the 1, training, 2, initiation, letting you know that, hey, this comes with the territory. You take chances, we go out, we go to give you this to go sell or something. That's if you get away with it, great. If you don't, well, of course, we have your back kind of thing. I wonder if it comes with that, the initiation, like the A and the little training that you get, because Andrea and Keena, all of that is part of it.
Yeah. Okay, food for thought. Now, there's something very, very serious taking place in the U.S. That will probably affect us as well. But before I tell you what that is, let me just ask you a question. Do you think that St. Lucia, those of us who apply for visas, do you think St. Lucia has a high overstay rate? In other words, I apply for a visa as a tourist, for example, or I'm a business person, and I decide to stay in the States, overstay my welcome. Okay, the visa, I have it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but I overstay. Do you think St. Lucia has a high overstay rate?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think, Keena?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
We have so many of them.
Yeah.
Over the years, because we're talking about in general years, right? Oh yeah, a whole bunch of St. Lucians just go there.
Do you think that has lessened right now?
I think so.
That's why I was saying
the part.
no. I don't think so. It
That's
has,
the
maybe
part.
before,
Yes.
but that has lessened.
I think it has lessened.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So right now, the Trump administration is taking aim at those countries who have high overstay rates. So if you're applying for a business visa, you're applying for a visa as a tourist, you just want to take your little Lyman thing, they want you to post, it's coming, right? Where you have to post a bond of up to $15,000 US
That's a lot
dollars.
of money. You're going to get it back, right?
No, they're saying that they're organizing it in such a way that they will not be liable now and responsible for giving you a refund.
That's if you
That's if you overstay, right?
Yeah.
So as long as everything is okay, I guess you'll get your refund.
okay.
But nonetheless,
yeah.
remember you have to come up with that money.
That money,
$15,000.
It's a lot of money.
Yes.
And for individuals, maybe just going there for educational purposes, to visit friends and family, you're already saving up to go.
Now, before
Where would
we
you get that money?
Before we even go there, let me just get your take on something, and we'll come back to the main point. I remember years ago when I first went to get a visa, a student visa, and I was turned down. I was turned down twice, and I didn't get a refund. Okay, I mean all my expenses, the plane ticket, the taxi from the airport to the embassy. You have to eat for the day until you go back for your flight and so on. It costs you money. The application costs you. I think if I remember back then it was like $200 US. That was back in the day.
Something like that.
I haven't been back then so many years that I don't even know what it costs right now. Now I felt at the time that the disappointment was so great that I didn't get the visa. Apart from the fact that I wanted to go up there as a student and so on, I didn't get it. I felt very, very hurt and very disappointed. And to make it worse, they keep the money. So I wanted to get your take on that. do you all think that we should be, you go for that
And I ain't get it, and you still keep my money.
and you keep my money,
They should at least give some back or give it all back,
Yeah,
because
they just keep the whole
I wasn't
thing.
successful at getting that
Yeah,
visa.
they just,
But-
close the file and tell you,
That's it, no.
No, but you
Till
pay
call
for
out.
other aspects of that, the processes that you had to have gone through, the filing of your documents and so on. So maybe that's where.
so
It's
now,
not funny, but it's just.
so now imagine you have to pay for the application, right? You have to. How much does it cost right now? I don't know, to
It's
be
a
honest
lot
with you.
more now.
It's a lot more.
Plus the flight.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Taking
Oh,
more.
the flight now is
It's a whole- yeah.
$1,000.
To Barbados,
So
huh?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, something like that, and then the application and so on, and now they're saying $15,000 US. That sounds crazy
That's
to me.
that's crazy.
But
Is it?
so you went twice. I'm on that, yeah, Andre. You went there twice.
Yes,
Before
yes.
we got.
That is why
filed
we
for
had
and
to
so?
go and file. I figure we didn't have a choice now. We had to file for the green card. Because it was just never my intention to go and live there. I remember I said that to the guy, I said
And
to
there's
him,
some people like you that just don't want to leave.
I don't live there. I tell him, he tell me, with the kind, how you tell me, with the kind of training, and imagine, I haven't forgotten that, with the kind of training you're going to get, you'll most likely stay in the US. I said, but you're making my future for me. You're telling me what my future going to be. I don't want to live in America. You believe me? Yes,
No.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Because what happened is these people believe, and it has happened. You go there on a student visa or something like that, you start enjoying life. You realize,
stay,
wait
yeah.
a second, you just
Man, tell me
stay.
with the kind of training I'll get.
Even that too, you
Yeah.
become like a radio personality.
Some
I'll
people
stay.
do,
Man,
but
tell me
not
I'll stay.
all. You know.
But then, how are you making my you tell me what my future is going to be, and I want to stay there? The man didn't take me on.
Yeah. They're trained like that. Remember we talk about the presidents and so on, how they're trained to be a hard heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
It's
putting
just
there just so
for
you know.
me. It's just painting an entire country that brush. That
As-
all of you are going to do the same thing.
Yeah,
And I think it's on.
As you say,
But
an
I
entire
understand.
country. Somebody just sent a message there saying, yeah, St. Lucians, because you asked about St. Lucians,
Yeah.
so I answered, but other Caribbean countries do the same thing.
Of course, but we're talking
No,
about
but-
St. Lucia.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
but
we're talking about St.
we're
Lucia.
talking about St. Lucia, and I get
That's
that.
why I asked the question: do you think we have a
We
high
have
stay?
a high. Maybe before, not anymore. I don't think people. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, brother man, that's a lot of money. $15,000.
$15,000, and that's US.
They're gonna have a
Yes,
pilot
it is,
program.
yes.
So when they announce it, it's like, there we go. It's a pilot program.
No.
Let's see how this works.
Yes, Andrew, let me just say this, because can you ask an interesting question? I'm not sure it's there. Is it 15,000 US?
US.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't really
You
sure.
think the embassy will quote
It's
EC?
15,000 US. Yes,
That's a lot of money.
If that's a lot.
that's a lot of money.
So that
Yeah.
definitely, deters some people.
It acts
from,
as a deterrent.
Mhm.
If you go there, you know what, you put up $15,000 US, then okay, I want to come back. I need my money back. But for some individual, there might be an individual that says, you know what, I have the money. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna overstay. Where are you gonna find me? Catch me if you can.
well, that's true. That does happen. But
Yeah,
there's some
but
people who genuinely
generally,
want to go
no.
there on a little lime to go and buy your little, get your barrel and whatever you want to go there.
Yeah.
Go and shop.
Just
But
take
the
a little
bigger
lime,
issue here
and then
is
you have to
trust and
come up.
perception, ain't it?
If you are deemed to be a country that has a high overstay rate,
Yeah.
right, you could be subject to this thing. So I really hope that the authorities follow up on this and to get some more
And also
information.
the CIP aspect of it as well, because they did mention that too.
That came up. Yes, that actually came up.
That too.
Yes, that actually
They did
came up.
mention it.
Let me see
Yeah.
if I find it. Aliens applying for, imagine they call you aliens up to now.
Aliens,
Aliens.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Aliens applying for visas as temporary visitors for business or pleasure and were nationals of countries identified by the department as having high visa overstay rates, where screening and vetting information is deemed deficient, or offering citizenship by investment. What? Hey, look at that. If you're offering citizenship by investment, so even that you deem to be high. I was going to say high value. Yes. Yeah. If the alien obtains citizenship with no residency requirement, may be subject to the pilot program. And by the way, I was reading, was it yesterday, about some of they said that the best
I
passports.
think Barbados.
Barbados is number one.
Bahamas. And I
number
can't
two.
remember the other
And
country.
is it St. Vincent?
Yes.
And number
in
three.
the top three.
Yeah, the best
Yes.
passports, man.
St. Vincent has no CIP program.
No,
Yeah.
by the
up to
way.
now, yes.
Up to now.
Yeah.
Does Barbados have it? I don't think so, you know.
I don't think so.
I haven't heard
I'll have to
Barbados being
double
mentioned
check.
at all.
I haven't heard them.
Bahamas
no,
either?
The Bahamas,
Sure.
no.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, guess they figured they don't need that. You know, maybe they figured they don't need that. They're doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
No, but Ralph Gonzalez took a strong stance on not implementing the CIP program, and he did say why.
Yes.
Where he's not going to, because he foresaw. He was like ahead of, he knew, okay, that's going to come and that's going to affect the people in my country, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to go there. And it worked for them.
Yeah, he used some words that was really uncomplimentary of his colleagues, you know, who have the citizenship by investment program. Yeah, he said basically the money too sweet. The money too sweet. Anyway, finally, Sean Diddy Combs, they've been trying to get bail for him while he awaits his sentencing, because partner want to go home, I guess, go make love to his wife and so on, see his children.
He found wife.
Because
Exactly, right.
he doesn't have a wife. Oh, he has a girlfriend, right? And and I understand how he feels, because he's been incarcerated since last year. So it's rough. It's rough on him, right? But the judge said no again. No.
Denied.
Yes.
Denied again.
Really?
A
I
girlfriend,
imagine they
an
offered
ex-girlfriend.
$50 million bond
No.
that he will
Obviously,
not be a flight
the
risk.
judge knows something. They're not going to. Nah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, let me tell you what the judge said. Combs hadn't proven that he did not pose a flight risk or danger, nor shown an exceptional circumstance that would justify his release after conviction that otherwise requires detention. In other words, those charges and so on, he is found guilty, you're supposed to stay in jail. Imagine he offered $50 million bond. Mid have money, boy.
And not
Mid have
only
money,
that,
boy.
I think that sets the tone for what's going to happen with him when, Judgment Day comes.
Yes, and judgment is set for October, by the way.
October 3rd, is it?
Yeah, October, no, I don't have a date, but it's sometime in October. But he could get up to 10 years in prison. Yeah.
I don't.
But the judge may not do that. They probably give him less time. Probably.
After all what's happening, bail denied. I would love to see what happens in October.
Yeah, you're
Whether
right. You're
he'll
right.
be, because right now it doesn't look good for him. So I guess we'll have to wait till October to find out.
And they actually said,
Changes.
what he was doing. He faced federal charges of coercing, meaning forcing girlfriends into having drug-fueled sex marathons with male sex workers while he watched and filmed them. This is the issue with him.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to do that. You're forcing people to do something, right? Especially you have male sex workers there. You're probably having sex with them. Or God knows, maybe unprotected sex. We don't even know.
Well,
right?
they were all unprotected. At the beginning with Cassie said the first few instances was protected, and thereafter, no.
See, boy.
No.
And apparently he gets his kicks from that. Yeah, he gets his kicks from watching. I remember a fella said that to me. He told me the thing he must do before he dies, he must get a man. I don't know if he told me that because maybe I would volunteer. He must tell me he must see a fella having sex with his girlfriend. And then he said that now he reached the pinnacle now of what a man can take.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, wow. That's what I said. Yeah. All right. So we all have our freak offs.
Yes.
All right, boy. He had his good time.
His freak offs.
But it's now time, to face the music.
What?
Yeah. The Bible tells you there's a way that seems right unto a man, but in the end, it leads to death.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example. It seems right to you. I mean,
It feels good at the time.
it feels good. You're
Everything
getting
is
away
right,
with it.
getting away with it.
It's cool. All right, let's get into the shout-outs, man.
All right, let's begin with the WhatsApp platform as always. And this one came in pretty early. I'm going to read it, 9:35. I'm going to read it because of who sent it and what she said. It simply reads, "Good morning, Kiki, Andre, and Tony." My Kiki, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, someone loves you. That
It's
is
Jojo, right?
Oh, you know.
Oh, Jojo. Good morning, my Jojo. How you doing, love? Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Right. And followed by at 10 o'clock on the dot. Good morning, Rev-Up family. A blessed and productive day to all.
Josiane.
That's the one.
Oh, good morning, Josiane. How you
That's the one.
doing?
Morning, Josie, and your family.
Okay, for today, morning, Tony, what's up? And that is that, yeah, Sandra Felicia, right? Yes, good morning to you, Sandra.
Hi,
Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
And let me see, 10:20 this morning. This one came in. It reads, "Good morning, Rev Up. I would like to chime in on the love zone this morning. In some cases, doctors actually schedule abortions if mom is at risk. What do you think about that, Andre? I'm there with Keena. I don't buy expensive things. How is Mia?" All right.
Listen, somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it. Would you, Tony? Would you buy it? Would you buy it? Oh yeah, since you love it so much.
Maybe not the first time, like when it hits me for like first time, like was this, you know? I mean,
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
not the first
But
time.
in time.
In time, yeah,
In
probably.
You'll go and buy
yeah.
vegetable chow for $9.
In time, yes, in time. I'd
Oh,
probably say,
boy.
well, okay, I want it, I like it.
Exactly,
Yeah, I get it,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
But I'd do the Keena. Once it hits me that first time, it's like, nah, that's ridiculous. Just gone. Sometimes I move on people that I think that are moving too slow as well. I bad so yeah.
Say it again. Say it.
Sometimes.
I go to a business place and I find the business, everything's just too slow. I just go.
Oh, well, yes, I agree with
You
that.
do that too,
I
right?
do it.
Yeah. What's that?
What
you
the
know?
Do you
heck?
go back?
Yeah, I go back.
Yeah,
Not
to
the
see,
same. Not
to
the
see
same.
this improved.
Yes, to see. You know what I mean?
See if it's improved.
Or hopefully there's not a lot more people there are not a lot of people as when I was there, so I could probably deal with one or two people in front of me.
And Keena's so extreme, you know. Keena says if you buy it for her, she still don't want it. Don't want it.
Yes,
See?
yes,
And a lot of people know me that way. If I don't want something, I'm not gonna get it. Don't get it for me.
Okay, Keena.
No.
All right, Keena. I'll save $4. Talking about, I forgot the Tomaso bread place today. Oh my gosh.
Andre.
Oh my gosh.
I actually tried to rope you right into
Oh my
it, but
God.
when we talk about the charm, I actually said,
Yeah.
and speaking of which,
That was
and
the
when I
purpose
did
to
that,
segue.
He
So let me do that quickly.
Aw.
Bonje. Okay. Today is going to be Bax Bouillon. Bax Bouillon and Saltfish Bouillon. Okay?
my.
At the Tomaso bread place. My
That's
apologies.
a difficult choice,
Pontier.
though. Bags bouillon, salt. That's a
Saltfish.
difficult choice.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bax Bouillon
Yeah, man.
and Saltfish Bouillon. And they both taste good. Okay? Alrighty. So if you feel like having some Bax Bouillon or some Saltfish Bouillon, go check the Tomaso bread place today. Miss Sebo, imagine I forgot that.
yeah.
Why?
But you
I
remember
just
just,
thought,
in time, too, which is good.
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought it was not anything, today
That's
you
what I
didn't get
thought
the
as well.
information. Yeah. All right, and there it was, coming back to the charming conversation, and he remembers right away,
Yeah.
God is good. You remember
all the time.
all the time.
Speaking of which, this listener says, I think she should try shopping at Glass Supermarket. Their prices are better, and it's a local supermarket.
And they're the same thing there.
I don't know about the vegetable chow,
we-
but they
we-
do
we-
sell food. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're working
do
on
sell
them,
food.
so we're working on them. Rev-Up St. Lucia. We're working on them, so then I'll find out more.
They do sell
If you know
food.
what I mean.
Okay. I get you. All right.
Yes, we are in touch with them. Okay, so yes, I guess I could mention the glass, and that's from Uki Lamen. I think that's a partner of mine. Yeah, I won't mention his name. All right. Thanks for accepting my call. Says Samantha Sang is 74 years old today.
Oh, she is.
Ah,
Wow.
Thank you.
This morning he called on the show.
I heard him.
And he has actually reframed himself as, thanks for taking my call.
Yes.
That's
He was referring to himself. I said, what, boy?
Yeah.
The man has embraced that thing.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. All right. This one reads, hey, Andre, personally, I think he was wrong.
Yeah, but the man having the last say.
What? You. Thanks for accepting my call. Joe, you're off. Yeah, let me tell you, on that one, you were very off. All right. This one says, hey, good morning, Andre, Tony, and Keena. Always a pleasure listening to you all. I noticed that they might raise the price of salted biscuits and other biscuits because you can't get them in most of the supermarkets.
The salted biscuits.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what usually happens. You don't see it for a while, and next time it's back on the
That's
shelf.
true. It goes by $4.
Let's hope it's not going to happen.
Okay, so this one reads, as a former police officer, I can tell you every time an exhibit is received or delivered, it has to be signed by both parties.
There you go.
Thanks for chiming in.
There you go. So, I mean, we have a breach. We have a breach. So, these are serious cases. We're talking about murder, Okay, we cannot just let that pass like that. You have to come better than that, Mr. Commissioner. You got to come better than that. That explanation there is not sufficient. Okay? And this is how you're going to be continuing. You're destroying the credibility of the force, the whole image of the force. That's how you'll have to continue. That's my take on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, got a message from Paul St. Rose.
Yeah, Brother Paul.
Yeah, so he's there, and I guess he wants me to contact him. He says, send me your contact information. I'll do that, Paul. Irie? I'm going to link you a little later. And the last one here reads from our partner and your buddy, Anthony. Good morning to my Rev-Up family. I'm working tirelessly to make it happen for my local customers. Andre, you can pick up some lovely mangoes for Tony, Keena, and yourself.
Oh, Anthony, text again what you told me I should get. I can't remember, and I forgot to ask Andre.
He moved over from his regular Jeremy Street location, to the little, what do you call it again? Those shops that Richard had built there.
Serious?
So that's where he is right now. Now I told him to send me the information, right, as to the exact location and so on. I would announce it here for him. So I'm waiting for him to do that. But he just moved over there.
That's really why I said he's
On the weekend.
getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess he'll send it to you in due time.
Okay. Good for you, man. Maybe it's a nicer place.
Yeah,
Yes.
most definitely.
Wow,
Yeah, man.
wow. Okay, good.
And
Going on up,
more
Anthony.
affordable as well.
More affordable.
Yeah.
All right. You go, boy. That's cool, man. That's really, really cool. Happy for you, Anthony. Yeah, man. Enjoy. And all the very, very best, because, he's a huge fan.
Yes, he is.
Huge fan of the Rev-Up.
I only hope I can park someplace when I get there.
Parking is easier,
Yeah.
just perhaps. Then again, maybe not. You know what I mean? Depending on the time, I suppose.
Paid parking, use that.
Paid parking? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think there's paid parking.
Because where he was originally, I'll
No,
just
no,
park on
where
the side
he
there
is.
where the minibuses are,
Right.
and he just come outside quickly. But I'm not sure that location there.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
No, that.
Okay. Hopefully, it's better.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, for him and the customers and so.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, let's go to the Facebook page. And first person checking in this morning with us is Pius Nappy. Yeah, man. Pius says good morning.
Yes. How was it yesterday? Your
His bir-
birthday.
All right. Dakota checked in second. Dakota says, Dakota McGuire Cleveland Seeley says, good morning, guys. And
Good morning.
lots of kisses for us as well.
Oh, thank you. Back at you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Sharon Peter says, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Sharon.
She says to Kim and the beautiful Sharon at the swim shop in South Jersey. Every time she
Aw.
says that, the beautiful Sharon. I agree with you, girl.
I agree. Play the entire orchestra.
That's right. She says, good morning, John Flavian in New York, locked on.
Good
All right,
morning,
John Flavian.
Yes, so she knows that John is locked on, and she's also checking in and saying hi to JP Mihal in Martinique. She says bonjour. And
Hi.
she further says, Kim said hello, Tony. Thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate the love. Followed by Eldon J. Team Workers. The eyes have it, as always.
The eyes have it.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, Elvin.
All right. Christine Shallery says, good morning to you all. Thank you,
Good
Christine.
morning, Christine.
And here comes Lulu. Lucita Jean-Pierre. Lulu says, good morning, Andre, beautiful Keena, and Jerome. She ain't leaving that name alone at all, boy. And Jerome. Learn your Creole, buddy. Always happy to see you. You look irie. Sasho. Andre, you look good for your age. But your question yesterday, I'm not married, but I'm not available. LOL. Case
Oh
closed.
my word! No way.
Ah, gosh, boy.
That's almost like a pack of cigarettes warning. Warning.
Good one there.
She goes further to say, good morning, everyone on the live. She's always, I loved you for that, girl. She's always telling everyone, man, on Radio Garden, share the link. Jerome, share the link on your Facebook page and story. And she goes further. She says, Mal, M-A-H-L, Mal, is when you go down for long time songs. Oh, on Saturday, you played some good songs. Oh, okay. Got you. All right, she says when we go down old school Saturday, she says play some really good songs. Thank you, Lulu. Septima Joseph says good morning. Followed by D. Francis Obeyu says good morning, everyone. Lucy Blondell cracking up on whatever was said.
Good morning,
Nancy.
Lucy.
And for the first time this morning, Nancy Graceland. She says, Keena, you cannot be cheap for your belly. $9?
Nancy,
$9
is a lot of
whenever.
moolah, you know. I had to, Nance. With the cost of living, come on now. Even though I have or don't have.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one, Nancy.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at
You can't be
Adrian,
cheap for
look
your
at me
belly.
like Keena cheap for her
And she
belly.
says $9 when, man.
Chow mein.
Oh, jeez.
Chow mein.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
vegetable chow mein, Nancy. If it was a bouillon, Bugs bouillon or something from Tomazo, I could buy it. Come on, man. But next place, nah.
Yeah, Keena. Tomazo.
Oh, Tomazo. Okay.
Tomazo. Like some other people say, the bad hill. The bad hill. You don't know when people say that?
Actually, endless people.
It's
Yeah, the
actually
bad little.
Badilil.
That's right.
Badilil. People say the bad hill.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Bad hill or bad little. Bad
Yeah,
little.
bad little. Yeah,
No, some
bad
people say
little.
bad little.
Yeah, bad little
Yeah.
boy.
Yes,
Bad
Badilil.
yeah. When I read that, I freaked. I'm like, really? Because growing up, that's all we know. On the bad limb.
Yeah, Badlin. You know, typical solution who have time to pronounce that like that.
Exactly.
Badilil.
Exactly.
Forget it.
Oh, jeez.
Like how they mash up the prime minister. Because our boy ginger ale.
Yeah.
The boy ginger, ma about warm.
Maba
Well, let's
one.
make a song of that now, right?
Yes,
Ginger
yes.
ale.
Ma about
Shandy.
warm. Boy ginger ale. Boy shandy. I tell you. Lucians! Yeah, boy.
Oh, I missed that series.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I said it, I remember like, wow, that was let me tell you, that was funny, man.
Yes.
You used to watch Lucians?
Yeah,
Of
of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. I was a big fan, man.
Yeah, big time. All right, D. Francis Obey says, my sister Lucita Shopia, good morning.
D. Francis Obey, it's nice to
Good
hear from you.
morning, D.
Hope all is well.
And she says she's listening online.
Ah.
Followed by Jan Blas Warner. She says, Kiki, you the best. You're hungry, gone missing one time. I can't stop laughing today.
Morning, Jan. Mwah.
Mhm. And Lucita responded by saying, my sister, how are you? Lucy Blondell. She says, you can't eat the money, so spend it.
Awa. Lord Kote.
Oh, gosh. Anthony also checked in on this. Andrew, when they go finish that, boy?
I don't know, boy. The
Yes.
folks,
They're
there's still
almost done.
construction
Almost.
taking place.
You think it's now they almost done?
Yeah.
What?
One of the workers there,
Yeah.
every day is his last day.
Oh my gosh, did you just
Every day is his last day.
Every day.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously,
Today's
that's
my
true.
last day.
Every day he says it's his last day for real.
Yeah, and
Oh,
every
you
day,
say that too?
Yes.
every day I come, I see him same place.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Every day is his last day.
Yeah, man. All right. Anthony Alexander checking in on Facebook this time. He says a special good morning to my Rev-Up family. Also shout out to my loyal customers. See you folks soon.
Ah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I suspect
Bonjour,
maybe he's not officially open yet.
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
I guess you'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lucita came up again and says, Keena, you can't cook the money and drink the water. Awa. Once you
Corey.
have the money, nothing too much for my stomach.
Well, I got something to eat at home and I still have my $9.
Oh gosh. So Lucita says, morning, cuz. Jan Blas Warner came back and says, my dad used to say you can't boil the money and drink the water, so feed yourself properly and don't argue about the price. Better walk away and leave the stuff right there.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay?
still have my $9.
Sorry. She'll change her mind eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When I
Change
do,
your
you'll
mind.
know. But it won't be charming,
your
though.
mind.
It'll be something else.
Remember she still have the caps, right?
Oh yeah.
That's changing. That's changing.
I still love my cap.
That's changing.
All right, Jenny Jewel says, good morning, greetings. My morning greetings was coming from America. Now it's coming from my country, St. Lucia.
Good
Jenny
morning.
Jules, okay. Morning, she says, morning greetings to all.
Morning and greetings to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Is that a new
Good
person?
morning. Seems so.
No,
Jenny Jules?
I've seen the name before because look at what she's saying. My greetings was coming from America. Now it's
Oh,
coming
yeah,
from
yeah,
my
yeah, she
country.
said that.
So I remember the name, Jenny Jules.
All right, Jenny.
Yeah. Rocco St. Marie says, I agree with you, Keena.
Oh, thank
Save
you.
your $4.
Yeah, man. Okay, so Lucita, D. Francis Obeis is responding to Lucita saying, fine, thanks. And you? Lucy Blondell says, if you don't have the money, that's okay. Once you have it, just spend it.
Aw.
Yeah, life is short,
I
man.
find that weird.
Life is short.
Yeah, Lucita responded saying, no, yes, I'm not too bad, thanks. Lilia Victor checking in with us this morning. Lilia says, good morning to all my
Good
Rev-Up
morning,
family.
Lilia.
Have a blessed day, everyone. Lucy Blondell says, I know accountants are very cheap. Everything is too expensive for them.
Accountants.
Accountants.
Are you an accountant?
With my money, I'm an economist.
Yes. Okay, so moving right along. Elita Flavio says, good morning, Andre, Tony, and Keena. Thank you, Elita.
Okay,
Thank
Alita.
you, Alita.
Mhm.
Lucy says, exactly, Andre. It's good to treat yourself.
Yeah.
I agree with
Once a
teaching
month.
yourself.
Yes,
Once a
Lucy
month.
Blondell.
So what about once a month, Keena? And pay the $9 for the thing once a
Oh,
month.
Bob.
That
That raise $4?
Wait. Yeah.
It was a few cents, yeah. Stop, William went.
Lucy says, I'll send it to you, my girl, Veg Chow Min.
You gonna make it, Lucy?
Yeah,
Apparently.
Only if you make it.
Apparently.
Don't buy it.
yeah. All right, so Nancy Graceland says, Mwen mem with Keena, $9 ebe bon. If cheap was a person, you spending it on yourself, sister.
Oh,
She
gosh.
says, you're working hard, enjoy what you want. When you're old and your dentures not allowing you to eat chow mein, you don't want to regret not buying it for $9. One life to live, cuz.
Yes,
I don't
agree.
think I'll ever regret
I agree.
it. I'll find something else to buy with the $9.
And as you said, you're talking about how life is and so on. To be honest, I was saying that a few days ago. I don't want to die yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to die yet.
Yeah,
The thought of what death is.
yeah.
I don't want to go
I
yet.
think
I
you'll
don't.
be saying that forever.
I hope I can continue saying
Yeah.
it because honestly, when you think about it, that final stage of your life, you're gone, can never come back again. You're there by yourself in a hole, right? Worms eating you up and this kind of thing.
Why do you have to think about it?
No, but
though?
it's true. It's
Just
true.
live.
So that's what I was saying to you. Life is short. Life is short, man. Especially now at my age, I'm beginning to get a lot more sensitive. I say, see, this thing called death. I hope I can delay that as much as possible. As much as possible. That's a terrible thing. That death business. Ugh.
Y'all gonna love this. I feel that way on a weekend. Once Friday hits, I'm like, yes. I don't want to go yet. Like I feel like Andre. I feel like Andre on the weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't want to go yet.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, imagine that. Just think of it. Just think of it. When you go there, the final. You're just there, cold stone. You're just there in a coffin by yourself. There, your hands clasped, right? You're looking strange kind of thing. You have a black suit on you.
Maybe
right?
you have a pink
your
suit.
face full of powder. You're full of powder because they're trying to make you look okay, right? Right. Your eyes shut. You just
But Andre, remember a few months ago you said you wanted to do something with Rambali. Whatever happened to that?
Oh, to enjoy the
Try-
ride.
yeah,
The
Yeah,
ride.
to enjoy
Try-
the ride.
Yeah, the ride. Yeah. The ride.
I'm still
yeah.
waiting.
So am I. Yeah. I went to Rambali a few days ago there, and the place quiet.
Oh,
Say,
boy.
what? I got out fast.
Oh, my God.
Next thing you know, I accidentally have to stay there.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
Yes, all right. So She Chub says, Tony, umem, awawe. Don't know what she's talking about. Maybe something I probably said, All right. So She Chub, thank you. Joan Shallery says, blessed morning, Andre, Tony, and Keena, and everyone listening.
Good morning, Joan.
Lucy Blondell says they have to know who's responsible. I guess we know what we're
Yes.
talking about there. She Chub says nothing will change, and she continues, the universe will deal with those individuals.
Good one, Sheecher. That's Nancy.
Yeah, no, She Chub.
Oh, good.
Josie Stevens says, keep dreaming for the evidence. Lucy Blondell, my God.
We're hoping for the best.
Yeah, my God is not sleeping. He hears and sees all, comma.
Yep.
Nisa Joseph Seeley says, Tony, the commissioner did also speak of checking the armory. Doesn't that indicate that it is a gun that was missing? I guess I missed that part about the armory and so on.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So yes.
Thank you.
And Julian Cauldron, Bull, good morning, man. He says, Keena, no evidence, no case. Tony, it is said that it was a gun. Why would they search the armory? Only guns and ammunition are kept in
the armory.
In the armory,
Yes.
right. Again, I did not hear that part. I swear. If I heard that part, I would have known. All right, and I guess that is the one that is for the, I'm trying to remember, Kimberly DeLeon.
Yes,
That's right. Okay, She Chubb says it's a cover-up. She continues in, saying that, Andre, they won't ask those questions. Lucita Jean-Pierre says the commissioner dropped the ball and left for vacation. Sounds like he fed up. She Chubb came right back. Andre, the police commissioner, even went on vacation immediately. Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
That's a shocker.
Lucy says, who's watching who in the police force? Jan Blast Warner says, evidence gone missing, so no more case to solve. Right. So who are the person or persons who were protecting the evidence to do the cover up? Very, very sad state of affairs. We are doomed in this country. She Chubb says, She Chubb, exactly. Lucita Jean-Pierre, the Prime Minister only knows how to protect the victory. She Chubb says, Tommy is the bomb, right? Tommy is the bomb. All right. Wested Duet, good morning to all. How are you? Or who are listening and hearing, and listening. Wested Duet, good morning to the hosts, the Paul brothers, and of course, my dear friend Keena.
Good morning, Westy Duet. How are you?
Snack. Wested Duet, democracy is to keep the poor people poor and the richest rich. It's very disadvantageous to most of the people. Only 1% gain in democracy. Wested Duet, but in democracy, the people themselves are also a problem because people believe that they can do and say as they please. People have very liberal thoughts. Example, throw the garbage anywhere and someone else will pick it up. Wested Duet says, don't say that. She Chubb, Andre, you won't understand because it hasn't happened to you.
What's that?
I'm not sure. We'd have to flash back. You're not
What
sure.
time it came in, does it say?
It doesn't say what time it came in at all. All right. In the interest of time, let's roll.
Let's roll.
John McCurdy says, bless, good morning, Rev-Up family audience. Thank you for that. Paul St. Rose, right? Good morning, my La Clary brothers. And Keena, please have a wonderful and blessed day.
Thank you. Right back at you.
Nancy Gracelyn, Andre, a thief comes to kill and destroy you. If I get a chance on him with a licensed firearm, I will empty my gun.
I was waiting for the end.
Empty the gun, boy.
Who said that? Who said
Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy.
Paul says, Tony, expect a call later today or tomorrow. She Chubb, you all don't know the horror stories of home invasion in TNT. She Chubb says it's not crazy. Kenton Harry says, under communism, you would not own a radio station or worship freely. Wested.
Well, as I said, both systems are flawed, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you have another situation now where you have, under democracy, you can open any number of radio stations, right, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that create a problem as well?
It does.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's struggling now. One time it was a cake. Now it's like a slice of cake now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, that's another story.
Yes.
Okay, so they all have their flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Look right now. The government is considering. I mean, they're looking at it. Too many vehicles coming into the country. There are too many vehicles on the roads, and as a democracy, what are you going to tell people? Don't bring in vehicles.
Yeah, all right. So Wested Wet says, remember that we are humans, Andre. We always want to take risks. Capital punishment don't deter anyone who wants to commit crime. Lucy Blondell, if so is the case. St. Lucia is not the only Caribbean country. That one I remember for sure looking at it when we were talking about the St. Lucians who go to the States and just
overstay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Josie Stephen, $15,000 US. West Duet, Andre, it's all about the money. They want to fund the BBB. I have no idea what that is, the BBB. All right. Elita Flavio says, oh my God, Andre. Josie Stephen, thank you, Kiki, bringing up the clip. All right. Lucita says, well, stay in St. Lucia and eat more bananas. America is not a bed of roses anymore. Elita Flavio says, Joan Shallery, good morning, love. West Duet, Andre, if you get a radio personality contract for $1.5 million a year, will you not stay in the United States?
If I get a what?
A contract that like money that paying you for 1.5 a year, wouldn't you not stay in the States?
You mean as it is right now?
They
I'm not
didn't
interested.
say. Maybe back then.
Back then.
Yeah, if you had gone and you did your studies and everything, they offered you big
that's
bucks.
what she's saying.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, because I was a different person at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah, but today I have no desire to live in the U.S. Period.
All right, quickly, Elita Flavius, Andre Donald will give him a pardon. Barbara Augusta, my favorite people.
Diddy. Let's talk.
Diddy?
Going around.
I think he doesn't have jurisdiction on federal charges. If you're in a federal prison, I don't think he has jurisdiction there. I don't think so. If it's a state prison, is something else. But anyway, you can always double check that one.
Yeah, double check.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Let me just shout them out. Sills Rub, good morning. That's loud, huh? Yeah, that was really loud. Pious Snappy, yeah, man. It was great. Sills Rub, Al Henry, Elvin J. Team Workers checking in again. And most of the folks just really checking in again. Andre, I say the same thing. Lucy Blondell, Arthur Charles. Today is the birthday of the following persons: Mrs. Soraya Nelson King, a.k.a. Rosella of Sunny Acres, and also Nurse Brenda Edward. Arthur says, Andre, you're afraid to die.
Eve?
All right. Al Henry says, hi,
No,
Arthur.
I'm not afraid of it. Sorry. I'm not afraid. I just don't
He's
want
not
to
ready.
yet. Yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
All right. Just quickly, Sylvester Bissett. Andre forgot Matutu. He made me laugh. Andre will live up to be 120 years. No fear.
Not bad.
West Duet, BBB is Big Beautiful Bill. Arlette Richards checking in last.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Arlette
that's it.
Richards checking in last. Blessed day, blessed day, Rev-Up crew. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you, Keena. Don't forget, folks, at the Thomas Bread Place today, Bax Bouillon and Saltfish Bouillon. All right. Also, the regular sea moss flavors, including coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flaxseed and chia seeds. And the big thing is Bax Bouillon or Saltfish Bouillon, or both, as a matter of fact. All right. So, Rev-Up the Homegrown coming up next.
That's right.
Okay, so Tony and Keena will be taking care of that show until 12:30 this afternoon. Then Keena takes over. So, Keena, what can we look forward to today? You always have some interesting little things. Yeah.
In Trinidad, police arrest a suspect they say that had a plot to kill 2 attorneys there. So they foiled that and he was arrested. Also, scientists are saying that cows produce less milk when exposed to music. Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been studying cows and they figure, you know what? And something else they're saying, if you have gray hair, don't worry anymore because scientists have now found a way to prevent your hairs from going gray.
Hey.
Yeah.
What about the bald now?
I don't know about that one.
Just the gray.
I hope that's coming. I hope that's coming next.
Yes. And in Cuba,
But you know, sorry, the balding, you know that there's right now a treatment for it, huh? But it's very, I understand it's painful. Yeah, they have to actually inject the scalp.
Oh, yeah.
It's painful. It actually bleeds and all. But it works.
It works.
Temporarily.
Get a hair.
Temporarily. Yeah, temporarily. So you have to keep doing it. So I'm sure they'll work out something. Yeah, that's why I want to hang around a little more.
But you're not bald. You still have hair.
All right. So that's it, Keena?
In Cuba, 3 miners were killed after they were struck by lightning in Cuba. So
Where? In Cuba?
Cuba. So I'll touch
Interesting.
on that as well. The hit of the day, Rev-Up St. Lucia News with you, of course, at 1 p.m.
Alrighty. All right. So thank you very much again, Keena and Tony. And thank you to our listeners and our viewers and our chimers. Thank you especially as well to DBS Television.
Yes.
Thank you, DBS.
You know, for carrying our broadcast. We really do appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much. So this has been Hard Drive for today, Tuesday the 5th of August, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the mangrove hideaway, where life begins.
At Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballiesfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's, we care.
The best of the new and the classics too. Rev-Up St. Lucia is here for you. 97.1 FM, the alpha of radio.
Sometimes the world feels uncertain, doesn't it?